Look at your desk. How many browser tabs are open? How many notifications have you silenced in the last hour? The average person switches tasks every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes. We're living through a productivity crisis. We're busier than ever, yet we produce less high-value work. We've become masters of shallow work, checking emails, managing logistics, attending status meetings. It feels productive, but it's just noise. But there is a rare, high-value skill that separates the successful from the stuck. It's called deep work. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. And it is the single most valuable economic asset in the 21st century. Let's start with a painful truth. Multitasking is a lie. Neuroscientists at Stanford found that people who constantly switch between tasks actually lose focus, memory, and even IQ points, up to 15 in some cases. Each time you switch from writing to checking a notification, your brain burns glucose to reload context. That tiny flicker of attention can take 23 minutes to recover. If you can sustain that focus for just 4 hours, you can accomplish more than most people do in 4 days. In this video, we're going to dissect the science behind deep work, expose the 4 biggest traps that kill your focus, and build your personalized 4-hour focus plan. Get ready. Why is 4 hours of pure focus so hard? It's 2 parts science, 1 part habit. First, dopamine. Every time you check a message, the little chime gives you a hit of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Your brain is essentially addicted to novelty and immediate rewards. Deep work, by contrast, is a delayed gratification activity. Your brain fights it because it prefers the quick, easy hit. Second, residual attention. This is the secret killer. Let's say you spend 10 minutes checking a complex email. When you switch back to your cognitively demanding task, like coding or writing, your brain doesn't instantly snap back. A residue of the email's problem stays lingering in your working memory, slowing you down for up to 20 minutes. We think we multitask, but we're actually just performing rapid, inefficient task switching. The goal, therefore, is not to manage distractions. The goal is to eradicate them long enough for your brain to build the neural pathways necessary for sustained focus. It's a muscle you must train. Cal Newport, the author who popularized this concept, outlines 4 deep work philosophies. You need to pick the one that fits your life. 1. The monastic approach. Eradicate the shallow. This is extreme. Think of a writer who rents a secluded cabin for 2 months to finish a novel, cutting off all contact. The takeaway? Use this for projects requiring total immersion. For example, writing a dissertation or launching a product. 2. The bimodal approach, blocks of isolation. This is a good hybrid. You dedicate defined multi-day blocks, say 1 week a month, to deep work, leaving the rest of the time for shallow work and meetings. The takeaway? Great for CEOs or managers who need scheduled focus time. 3. The rhythmic approach, habitual routine. This is the easiest to implement. You commit to the same deep work time every day. For example, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and mark it on your calendar like an unbreakable chain. The takeaway? Perfect for students and everyday professionals. 4. The journalistic approach, opportunistic focus. You switch between deep and shallow work on the fly. This is the hardest and should only be used by experts who have already mastered the skill. Warning, don't start here. Action point. Choose your philosophy. For most of us, aiming for a sustained 4 hours, the rhythmic approach is the best place to start. We live in the noisiest century ever. Your brain is bombarded with dopamine hits from social media, messages, and apps fighting for your attention. Every pang, buzz, or red dot hijacks your brain's reward system. In 2017, Microsoft research found our average attention span dropped to 8 seconds, shorter than a goldfish. Here's the twist. Distraction feels good because your brain releases dopamine every time you switch. That's why focus feels hard. It's chemical withdrawal. But once you push through that first 15-minute discomfort, your brain stabilizes into flow. The craving fades and focus becomes effortless. Flow, discovered by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, is the optimal experience where challenge and skill perfectly align. In flow, time melts. You forget yourself and productivity skyrockets. Now for the engineering part. To hit that 4-hour goal, we need to eliminate friction and fuel your brain correctly. Step 1. The grand ritual. Never start a session without a plan. Before you begin, define 2 things. A. The specific, measurable goal for the session, e.g., write the introduction and first 3 paragraphs of the report. B. The specific end time, e.g., 1 p.m. Your brain needs limits to perform optimally. Step 2. The fuel and the fortress. Your brain requires glucose, water, and space. Ensure you have a full glass of water, a healthy snack nearby, nuts, fruit, and most importantly, a dedicated workspace, your fortress. Put your phone in a separate room. Close all unrelated tabs. Literally, turn off your Wi-Fi if necessary. The effort required to turn it back on is often enough to save you from distraction. Step 3. The 90-minute iteration. Don't try for 4 hours immediately. Start with a 90-minute block. Research shows this aligns perfectly with your body's natural ultradian rhythms, cycles of peak performance. Work intensely for 90 minutes, then take a full 15 to 20-minute break. Stand up, move, stretch, get sunlight, then sit down for another 90 minutes. 2 cycles, and you've already hit 3 hours. 3 cycles, 4.5 hours, is mastery. Step 4. The shutdown ritual. This is often forgotten. When the 4 hours are up, review your progress. Plan the first task for tomorrow, and then, most importantly, declare the day complete. This stops the residual thought process and lets your subconscious relax, ensuring you recover for the next day's deep work session. The ability to sustain deep work is getting rarer, which means it is getting more valuable. Think about this. In an economy where knowledge is power, the person who can spend 4 hours creating a unique, high-value asset will always outperform the person who spends 8 hours reacting to emails and attending pointless meetings. Deep work is not a productivity hack. It's an investment in your future self. It's how you build skills faster, create better products, and think clearer thoughts. It's the ultimate competitive edge in the American professional landscape. Start small. Choose your philosophy, design your fortress, and commit to that first 90-minute block today. The rewards are immense. If you found value in this deep dive, hit the like button and subscribe to Brainframe for more strategies on mastering your focus and self-development. Now tell me in the comments, what is the one distraction you will eliminate to start your first 90-minute deep work session today?